One of the most soul-crushing, mental health breaking experience is to be so ambitious, but at the same time you're lazy and you wake up every single day at the same place. And in the back of your mind, you know you could have done something in the past. You know you could have been at a better place right now, but at the same time you have to deal with it. And you wake up that day wanting to do better, but that laziness always comes in the way of your dreams, of your goals, of your ambitions. And it just stops you all the time, and it's a constant cycle. And the more you remain ambitious but lazy, the more it breaks you inside, the more it feels impossible for you to get whatever it is that you want. Lazy, ambitious people don't want to be lazy. They don't want to stress. They don't want to not believe in themselves, but at the same time, blindingly, they put so much faith into believing and just knowing that at the end of the day, you're gonna fail, so why bother starting? Because that's what my mind was like. It's like, why should I even start if I know at some point I'm gonna fall back? So why bother? And I never started. I was always lazy, and I always came up with excuses to give up on myself. And the more I came up with excuses to give up on myself, the more when I gave up on myself, I just didn't want to even try again because I give up on myself so much. How is it going to be different this time? And this is me coming up with an excuse to not show up for myself. And I bet you, most of you that are watching me right now know exactly what I'm talking about. It's tough, because even when you stand up, it's so easy for you to show up for yourself, for you to stop being lazy and wake up tomorrow and it feels like it was all a joke. It feels like you're just going to remain lazy again. I was just hyped, it was just a week of me being there for myself. At the end of the day, that laziness is always going to take over. It's so easy to dwell down, to become lazy again when you start showing up for yourself. Once you start showing up for yourself, it's always going to be easy to just lay off that. I'm just going to be lazy again. And that was my case. I would show up for myself until I stopped showing up for myself. There's always a stop because my expectations were designed for me to give up, not even for me to achieve what I want. I had that mindset that once I show up for myself, I want it to happen. I want it to happen quick. I want everything that I can be able of achieving quick. That's why I always gave up on myself. And I feel like I didn't value this feeling of me actually being there for myself. I wasn't being there for myself for the sake of me being there for myself. I was being there for myself for the sake of getting something. And this in itself is me not being there for myself. So of course I'm going to keep giving up on myself because what's my reason? If I am not my reason, then there is no reason at all. So I shouldn't even start. If that's not your reason, if you feeling good, you really feeling that fire within you, if that's not your reason, it's the only reason that you can have. If it's not your reason, you will never really get that mindset. You will never really keep showing up because who else are you going to show up for if it's not yourself? And I hope you're understanding me. This is a really strong mindset. It's the mindset that you need. You need yourself, right? So once you start showing up for yourself just for the sake of showing up for yourself, once you start putting everything in and not wanting it fast, just enjoying that process of, hey, I'm being there for me. I'm putting in the work. And I'm not putting in the work because I want this fast. I'm putting it for me. I'm putting it because I feel good when I put my all in to me. Because if I put my all into me, I know that I'm going to get whatever it is that I want. I know that I'm going to get the life that I want. I know that deep down I'm going to be proud of myself because whenever I'm lazy, I'm not proud of myself. Whenever I'm lazy, I can cope sometimes and act like it's okay, but I'm really not. I'm really not okay. And it hurts to wake up every day knowing that I have more in me, knowing that there's more to life than that. And the more I keep coping, the more I'm just getting closer to me breaking. Because that's me not being myself. If I'm ambitious, myself is that, like I should bring that to life. I shouldn't hold it in just for the sake of being on my phone, just for the sake of doing things that are not really benefiting me. Hey, I should be here for myself. And even if you feel like you're enjoying what you're doing while you're wasting your time, deep down, there's something inside you that's like, what are you doing? That is the voice that you really need to listen to because you always know the right move to do. You always do, even when you do something that is wrong. So what if you just start listening to that soft whisper in your head that it's always telling you, hey, This is what you need to do. You shouldn't do this. Just listen to that and start being there for yourself. Once you do that, you're going to build that relationship with yourself that's going to be unbreakable. Unbreakable. And even when you might dwell down, you will know that, hey, when I was on this mindset, when I was showing up for myself, I felt a lot better. So I don't want to go back to where I once was, okay? I respect it because it gave me that kickstart to get where I am right now. But this is what I want. This is what's going to work best for me. And please remember, don't dwell down on you wasting your time before. Don't dwell down on it. It got you to this point where you just want to be there for yourself. So respect the past for what it is. It for sure taught you something, okay? Please, it's easy to dwell down and say, I could have already been there. You could have, but you didn't, so you actually couldn't be there. You're here right now, so let's focus on what we can do now. You are so powerful. You have the power in you to get whatever it is that you want, but you also have the power in you to knock yourself down every moment, every second, every time that you get up. You always have the power in you to not believe in yourself. And I know that you want to believe in yourself, so why not put that power into believing in yourself and to showing up for yourself? Because you want to do that. That is what you always wanted. You are already somebody. You are already the person that you want to be. You don't need to acquire some materialistic stuff to call yourself somebody. Once I get there, once I get that, you are already that somebody. Once you start acting like that somebody, once you start being that somebody, all the things that you want will come. You are so powerful and you can achieve everything that you want once you put your mind to it, okay? Because remember, the goal is always being you, the better you.